Hello and welcome to Friday Night Soccer on PlayOnSports.com. Coming to you live from Tobias Field in Bakersfield, California, home of the Garces Rams, where tonight the Garces girls will host the Singer Apaches at a Central Section Division II Girls Soccer Championship of the California Interscholastic Federation, the CIF. I'm Mark Heffernan, along with Brandon West and Chris Cashman. We are here at Tobias Field. The last time that Brandon and I were at this location was November 30th, when these same schools met in the football championship in Division II, as Garces came away with a victory over Singer, and I'm hopeful that the same scenario will play out tonight in soccer. Last year, the Garces girls knocked off Singer, eliminated them, so these schools are kind of building up some type of a rivalry. You know, I think when I was in school at Garces years ago, Singer beat the Rams in football. I don't think the schools played for 30-something years after that, and that was in November when Garces beat Singer for the Division II football title. Here it's girls soccer Division II. In fact, tonight, the next 2 days, I guess we have Play on Sports is covering like 29 events over the next 2 days, and there are a number of Valley finals in soccer. Girls and boys, we have 6 divisions in soccer, and girls and boys play, so 12 games are all being played tonight right now, and you can hear them on PlayOnSports.com. The Apaches coming in with a record of 14 victories, 8 defeats, and 1 tie, 5-4-1 in the County Metro League. Garces 12-8-1 and 7-1-1 in the Southeast Yosemite League. Now, think about Garces, they were 2-4 after the first 6 games this year. And the losses were to teams from the Southwest Yosemite League, the league that Garces will be in the fall of 2014. The way it started, Garces in the white uniforms, green numbers, and the Apaches with red and white numbers. So the Apaches move left to right and Garces right to left at Tobias Field. Not what you would call a terribly cold evening. It's actually kind of cold to be playing in shorts. Garces left side. Kick is high, inside the post on the right side. So both teams got off to a slow start this year, but they played some of their best opponents early on. The Apaches in a tough County Metro League were 5-4-1, and Garces 7-1-1 in the Southeast Yosemite League. Highland, also in the SEYL, is playing for the Division III title tonight at home at Highland, only a couple miles away. So 2 teams from that league, the SEYL, are both playing for championships. Highland Division III and Garces here in Division II. Highland beat Garces. That was Garces' lone defeat in league. Garces with the ball, white uniforms. Head coach, Micah Peck. Stephanie Weathers, the head coach for Singer. I was reading a paper in Singer today off the internet, and the head coach for Singer says that we want redemption. So Singer may have a psychological edge against Garces, having been defeated by the Rams last year. And play them again in a much bigger game, the Division II Finals. Last year was probably the second or third round. Then, of course, Garces beat Singer in football, so developing a little rivalry there. Singer, which is close to Fresno, and Garces here in northeast Bakersfield. I look for this to be a low-scoring game, either 1-0 or 2-1. That is generally the case in championship affairs. You know, both teams have been involved in higher scoring games during the course of the year. Number 10 for Garces, Madison Todd. Number 6, Sophie Freeman. Look at some of the numbers. Garces will bring the ball in. Looking to attack. Sydney Hernandez, number 6 for Singer, scored the game winner in their 2 playoff games. One was against Tulare Western, and then in a penalty kick in overtime against Edison, Fresno Edison. She's had a couple of game winners. Singer in red. Knocked out of bounds. Also a throw for the Rams. We have Alexis Govanecci, and Garces brings it in. Sanger trying to get it out. I mentioned Sanger beat Tulare Western 2-1 in the semis. They also beat Fresno Edison 3-2 in overtime. They began this year losing to Mount Whitney 4-2, beat Hanford West 3-0, lost to Clovis North by the score of 3-0. They beat Coalinga 5-1, lost to Fresno Edison 1-0, and lost to Liberty here in Bakersfield 1-0. Liberty girls were playing in Division I. They got beat in the first round, I believe. And some of the big wins as far as Sanger is concerned, beating Hoover 3-0, Fresno Hoover. Ridgeview from Bakersfield 2-0. They beat Madera 2-0. El Diamante from Visalia 2-0. Edison came back to defeat them 3-1, the Tigers. And they beat San Joaquin Memorial 4-0. You know, they also had a tie against SJM 2-2. Garces beat San Joaquin 2-0 when they played them early in the year in non-conference. And Garces and San Joaquin Memorial play in every sport. That's why they have the Holy Bowl Cup. Football, every single girls and boys sport, San Joaquin and Garces play at least one time during the year, and they sometimes meet in the playoffs also. So no score here at the first half from Sam Tobias Field. Between the Garces Rams in white and the Sanger Apaches in red. Sanger outside of Fresno, Garces right here in northeast Bakersfield. And Garces' rival from the Southeast Summit League, Highland, is hosting the Division III title game not far from here. Garces' lone loss was to Highland in the league. Garces was 7-1-1. And Sanger had a tougher time, and I think was a more competitive league, 5-4-1 in the county metro. So the Apaches will bring it in. Long throw in. Little header by Garces. Defense has struggled so far. The keeper for Garces, Kate Hamilton. Corner throw in for Sanger. Garces showing some tight D as they get the ball out. The Apaches trying to attack on the left sideline. Goes out of bounds to the Rams. We do have a cowbell in presence tonight. Actually, more than one cowbell. And I see the former head coach of Bakersfield College in the stands, Carl Bowser, former head coach and athletic director at BC. BC not far from Garces, a couple of miles, I would say, to the east of us. This school's been here since 1947. But Garces has a chance now. A little 2-2 break. Sanger gets back very well on D, though, to thwart attempted drive. Sophie Freeman for Garces goes down number 6. Garces will bring it in. The Rams in white with green trim. Sanger in red and white. Number 3, Aaron Morales for the Rams. She will try to hook it. And they'll try to head it in, hopefully. Pretty good hook. Little header. And saved by Sanger. Not quite the David Beckham hook, but close to it. He's fantastic with those hooks. This is your destination for high school sports, playonsports.com. Garces and Sanger, Division II, Central Section, Girls Soccer Final from Sam Tobias Field. the home of the Garces Rams. Nice footwork. A little push from behind. Footwork by Madison Todd for Garces number 10 on the left sidelines. A little kick by Alexis Goyeneche for Garces number 17. Alicia Gonzalez, number 4 for Sanger. So Garces working on the near side. Ball's kicked out by Dana Johnson, 15 for Sanger. Number 1-5. Now we're at midfield, and Garces will throw it in. You always want to throw the ball down the sidelines on a throw-in, not towards the middle of the field. Throw as far as you can down the sidelines and try to lead your teammate. Sanger trying to get something going offensively in a 0-0 game. Nice stop by the Rams. Cassidy Swift, number 2 for Garces. Nice takeaway. One of the defenders for the Rams. You have midfielders, forwards, defenders, sweepers, and goalkeepers or keepers in soccer. $11 players on a field for each team. 10 regular players and 1 goalkeeper. A beautiful scoreboard here at Sam Tobias Field. And the ball bounds into the visitors' stands on the far side. No score here in the first half. An excellent crowd here from Garces for this game, and Sanger has brought along some people. Tosca Fresno, the chance at a goal and save. Left-footed try by the Garces Rams, kind of a 1-on-2 style, and still no score. That was Erica Delgado, number 7. Probably needed to kick that to the left or right of the goal. The goal is in perfect position. It'd be best to hit it to the left or right post, but easier said than done. Much more difficult to score a goal than it looks from up here. A little dribbling action by Garces. Sanger back on D, and it's kicked out of bounds by the Apaches. That will be number 12, Pawan Zenda for Sanger. Garces brings it in. A little push from the backside. And out of bounds. Micah Peck, the head coach for Garces, and Stephanie Weathers, the head coach for Sanger. Garces 12-8-1 coming in, and Sanger 14-8-1. Sanger was tied by San Joaquin Memorial, and I think Garces was tied by Highland. So I think Highland was 1-0-1 against Garces this year. I have my notes. They lost at Highland 2-1. That was in January. Garces began the year 2-4. Losing to BHS 2-1. Lost at Frontier 2-0. Were defeated by Liberty 1-0 at Garces. Lost to Centennial 1-0. All teams from the Southwest Assembly League. Lost to Liberty again 2-1. Routed North in League SEYL 8-0. Beat El Diamante from Visalia 3-0 in non-league. Clobbered Foothill 4-0 in SEYL. East 5-1 in league. Defeated San Joaquin Memorial 2-0. Ripped Tehachapi 7-0 of the Southeast Assembly League. Lost at Highland 2-1 in league and blinked North 7-0. And last year, Garces eliminated Sanger in the Division II playoffs. So Garces was 2-4 at the start, losing to more powerful teams. And Singer likewise had a rough start. I think they lost 4 of their first 6, but both teams have improved, playing maybe lesser competition, but they've improved over the course of the year. Garces with it, left sidelines. Sophie Freeman, number 6. Delgado, number 7. Nice hook, right to the keeper. Try to kick it inside that right post, and the keeper was in perfect position for Sanger. She couldn't have played it any better. .2550 mark here in the first half from Sam Tobias Field on the campus of Garces High School. Garces nothing, Sanger nothing. Mark Heffernan with you on PlayOnSports.com. This is one of many games being heard and seen on Play On tonight, all at the same time, 7 o'clock, our start time. 6 girls games and 6 boys games. And we have 2 other games here in Bakersfield. As I mentioned, Highland is playing this evening. That's in a girls Division III matchup. Highland's playing Liberty Madera Ranchos. And Golden Valley boys in Division II, they're the top seed. They're playing number 2 Menachie from Porterville. So Golden Valley and Highland, top seeds, make it to the finals in their respective divisions. The GV boys in Division II and the Highland girls in Division III. Bakersfield High, the boys were seeded number 1 in Division I. They got knocked off in the first round by Clovis West, who is playing in the finals tonight. Sanger with the throw-in. And Frontier from Bakersfield was number 1 seed in Division II, and they got knocked off in the first round. It might happen in soccer more than it does in other sports. Nice D by Sanger. Give credit number 21, Courtney Wild for Sanger, the Apaches. Garce with it, middle of the field. And Sanger back on D. The kick by Sarah Gibbs, number 2 for Sanger. Sophie Freeman, number 6. Nice back defense by Sanger. Ball kicked to the far side. Boot way right of the goalpost by Garces. Now the clock continues to run, as it does in soccer. They don't take timeouts for commercial breaks. Very few timeouts in the sport. You should have a red card or yellow card. Zero-zero game, or as they say, 0-0 in soccer. Nice play by the referee, showing some of his footwork. Garce playing in the middle, picked off by Sanger. That was Freeman with a chance to split the D. Kick towards the goal a little bit too far and wide. Wide right. Hits the right post. It's kicked in by Garces. Kind of had a fortunate bounce. And the Rams may Sanger pay. Was that Madison Todd, number 10, with the goal for Garces? There on the far side. Garces player booted the ball left to right, well past the goalpost. And then another Garces player on the far right corner kind of kicked it back from right to left. The player happened to be in the right place at the right time and knocked it in. I think it was Madison Todd with the goal. I don't know if she had the goal or the assist in that play. Because it came from the right, I couldn't make out the number, but I know that she was involved in the play. But just like in soccer, when a team scores a goal, it's usually off a ricochet or a header. And when the people have easy shots, they don't go in, they miss it, and they normally score when you least expect it. Kind of a fortuitous bounce and play for the Rams, and they did 1-0. So they're on the board first. Now, obviously, Todd is a key component of the Garces team, number 10. She's handled the ball quite a bit. That's a header by Cassidy Swift. We'll talk about Sophie Freeman, number 6 for the Rams. And Erica Delgado. Erin Morales, number 3, with a kick for Garces. Just in front of us to the right. And 20 minutes plus to play here in the first half. Rams 1, Apaches nothing. Looked like Denise Aguirre, number 13, tried a little kick on one of the Garces players. Well, in soccer, you try to get away with whatever you can. It's nothing flagrant. The boys play a much more physical style. Then when you get to college, it's even that much more. Soccer can be a very physical game if you don't have any pads. Well, I've noticed about watching soccer, the boys execute a lot more headers than girls. And the guys really can get some airtime. Apache's ball. They'll bring it in. That was Sarah Gibbs, number 2. The keeper makes a play for Garces. Katie Hamilton. Swift back there to the defender. Great save by Hamilton. Right of the post. A diving save. Highlight play. The score remains the same at 1-0 Garces. Rams on the right side. The Apaches trying to get back on defense. A little hesitation. That will go out of bounds. Eighteen minutes plus on the clock. Corner kick, right side, Garces. Good looking one. With a chance to go in just to the outside. Right post. A nice play by the keeper for Sanger. Everything was very bottled up back there with the defenders and offensive players. So Sanger keeps it a 1-0 game. Garces has been the more aggressive team tonight. They've had more shots at goal. At least they've been attacking a little bit more than Sanger has. The ball has been played on the left side of the field from our vantage point. It's kicked out of bounds by Zenda for Sanger. Gibbs, Sidney Hernandez, number 6. For the Apaches, who's had the game winner in their last 2 playoff wins against Tulare Western 2-1 and against Fresno Edison 3-2 in overtime. The ball was high, but it came down. Shot attempt by Madison Todd, number 10 for the Rams. One nothing. About 17 minutes left here in the first half from Sam Tobias Field on the campus of Garces High School in Bakersfield. Sanger in red and Garces in white with a little bit of green. Swift will bring it in for Garces. Now she decides to let a teammate with a throw in. Senger's had about one good shot at goal in this game. Brenda Brotado handling the ball for Stenger, number 17, as the ball goes out of bounds on the far side. Paris Barnes, number 21, will check in for Garces in just a minute. Paris Barnes. And she is in for Delaney Beck, number 20, for the Rams, Lady Rams. The Apaches on the attack. Easy for Kate Hamilton. The ball bounced right to her. She kicks it away. And the ball knocked out of bounds by Sanger. Garces with a throw-in. 15:35 to play in the first half. The Rams won, the Apaches nothing. You're watching the Central Section Division II Girls Soccer Championship game from Sam Tobias Field at Garces in Northeast Bakersfield. Todd out of bounds for the Rams. It will go to Sanger. Mark with Brandon and Chris tonight. A pleasant evening for February. Good Garces, despite the time of the year, and they've been playing soccer. They've kept up very well during the winter months. And the last time Brandon and I were here was the Division II football championship game between Garces and Sanger, and Garces won that for the title. Fantastic game. Garces was really rolling in football during the latter part of the season. They scored over 70 points in the win against Kingsburg in the first round, and had, I think, over 60 in their second game, and then they had about 49 against Sanger in the championship. And that's a low-scoring game for them, 49. But I think that was about right at their average. 1-0 Rams. And they will throw it in on the other side. Aaron Morales doing honors for Garces, number 3. In the distance, you can't see it, is a beautiful aquatic center for Garces. Then their basketball gym. And there is a basketball game going on there tonight at the Garces gym. Two Garces girls run into each other. No harm, no foul. It's a Division II quarterfinal game between second seed Garces and Redwood from Visalia. Redwood the 7th seed. And that is going on at the Garces gym right now, just behind the visiting stands where the Sanger people are at. Sanger trying to get close, attacking a little bit. Todd, left sidelines, keeps it going. In soccer, you can go out of bounds, and the ball's inbounds, come back and retrieve it. .12:55 on the clock. Garces with the throw-in. That was Freeman. Todd with it. It will be Apache's ball, being down 1-0. Okay, boys soccer Division I, we have number 8 Clovis West at number 2 Central of Fresno. Girls soccer Division I, we have number 4 Stockdale from Bakersfield at number 3 Buchanan from Clovis. Also in Division II, Roosevelt from Fresno at number 1 Selma. Girls soccer Division III, number 2 Liberty Madera Rancho at number 1 Highland from Bakersfield. In boys Division IV, with number 3 Chowchilla at number 1 Delano, which is north of Bakersfield, about 30 miles. Girls soccer Division IV, number 2 Mission Oak of Tulare at number 1, Carruthers. Garces with the ball. Sanger takes it away. Gibbs, number 2, Sarah Gibbs. Claire Anspall, number 18, for Garces, midfielder. The Apaches playing D on the far side. They try to kick it out of there. They get into that danger zone. Garces with a chance. Booted out by the Apaches. So Garces hold on to that 1-0 lead. 11 minutes to play in the first half. Sanger on the left sidelines. Two Garces girls kind of sandwiched an Apache on the far side, but no harm. Sanger, 14-8-1 coming in, and Garces 12-8-1. Garces from the Southeast Yosemite League, and Sanger from the County Metro League. A lot of Fresno schools. Girls are very competitive. Garces is the 3rd seed in Division II. Kicked out by keeper Kate Hamilton for Garces. Micah Peck, the head coach. And the assistants are Kenny Johnson, Justin Finch, Sarah Reed, and Tara Corcoran. The head coach for Sanger is Stephanie Weathers. Garces knocked off Sanger last year in the playoffs. So Sanger has some extra incentive. So far hasn't amounted to any goals for them. I think they had one good shot at goal, just in front of the right post. Nothing much beyond that. As I predicted at the beginning of the game, it's probably been a 1-0 or 2-1 game. These teams have been involved with high-scoring games during the year, but generally defense rules in championships. Freeman couldn't quite get to it for Garces. Sanger brings it in. That'll be number 4, Alicia Gonzalez. Ting kicks it downfield. Garces retrieves it and kicks it out of bounds. Play On Sports is not only your destination for Friday night football action or soccer, but it's also the most comprehensive coverage of high school playoff and championship events in all sports from across the country. PlayOnSports.com. High school sports live here. And remember, this is your destination for high school sports. PlayOnSports.com. And for Garces, number 20 checks back in. Delaney Beck. Beck, number 20, back in for Garces. 1-0 Rams over the Apaches. 8:30 to play in the first half. Todd slips out of bounds. Now, I had Todd for that goal, or at least the assist for Garces, at about the 24-minute mark of the first half. She basically was in the right place at the right time. The yellow ball goes out of bounds in soccer. The clock keeps on running. You're going to have the clock doesn't stop. Little throw in for Swift. Erica Delgado, number 7. Nice save far side by Zenda, number 12 for Sanger. It's headed to the sidelines. Garces with a throw in. Freeman to Todd. Freeman now, left sidelines. Taken away. And out of bounds off the leg of Todd. It should go to the Apaches. 1-0 in favor of the Rams. 7 minutes plus to play in the first half. Gonzalez will throw it in for Sanger as they try to set something up. Gary. Nice try right there by number 20 for Garces. That'll be Beck. 1-0 Lady Rams. Sanger hunting down the ball. A little resting time for the players. Here in the Division II Championship. Central section from Garces High School. Little throw in. Sanger seems to be very bottled up on the right sidelines. Good hustle play by Gary for Sanger. Now we come back the other way. Adina Mercado, number 10 for Sanger, right at midfield. Guarded by Freeman here on the near side. 23 for Garces is Nikki Barnes, number 23. Todd with a kick for the Rams. And check that, it's number 3, Erin Morales. Erin Morales for Garces with a kick. She will try to hook it most likely, as best as she can. And there's a nice hook. Gives a player out front, and that was Todd. But a keeper catches up to it. So the score remains the same at 1-0 in favor of Garces. The Rams in another championship game. These two schools met for the football title November 30th. And Garces came away with a victory over Sanger. Now they're meeting in soccer. The Rams eliminated Sanger last year. Garces been the more attacking team tonight. They'll gobble the ball to Beck on the far side. Now let's take it away on the far sidelines. And this is booted out of bounds as the clock continues to wind here in the first half. 1-0 Garces. So the Rams looking for the 13th win of the year and a championship, and Sanger looking for its 15th win and the title. Who will come out victorious? We will find out. First half winding down here from Sam Tobias Field. That's a handball against Todd, but I guess it was already determined that it was Sanger's ball. Sanger with the throw in. It'll be a kick. So the Apaches have not been that aggressive offensively in this game. Garces has attacked a lot more. But you know what? It just takes sometimes one fortunate bounce and one play. Look at Todd hustle downfield. Now she's hit, and the ball goes out of bounds. Good D by Gary for Sanger. Todd brings it in. Header for the Apaches. Kicked out by Gonzalez, number 4. Govanecci, number 17 for the Rams. That's headed by Delgado for Garces. Dana Johnson kicks it out for Sanger. The Garces player got away with a slight push. Nothing flagrant. Todd has a chance. Left-footed kick. It's good! Madison Todd. Left-footed kick. Had a little rise to it, and she blasted it right past the keeper for Sanger. Excellent play. Very athletic. Madison Todd, number 10. Always seems to be in the right place at the right time, attacking for the Rams. And it's 2-0 Garces. She had an extra blast on that one. Just like in basketball, soccer players' ability to use both feet is very advantageous. Here's Todd again. Great dribbling, stop action. Nice kick forward. They'll be probably offside against Garces. Todd makes things happen for the Rams. When she has the ball, you better double team her if you're in the opposition. It's a long ponytail, number 10 for Garces. So am I right? Did they not count that goal, or on the scoreboard it shows 1-0? Looked like it was a goal to me. Guess we'll have to check it out at halftime. I didn't see any offsides or anything called in that play. Whatever, it was a great play. It was a great kick, showed a lot of athleticism and power on that kick. We're going to check and see if that was allowed. Hamilton comes up with a great save. Kate Hamilton, the goalkeeper for Garces. No goal. Was it offsides? It was offsides on that kick. So Garces had a couple of offsides plays. Todd ahead of the pack. Let's think of back on D. So the offsides negated that goal by Garces. It also negated another potential goal for the Rams. In fact, right after that. So it's still 1-0. So did I get excited for nothing? Not really. It was a fine play, just didn't count. 2 minutes left in the first half. We will keep it close, 1-0 here. So Sanger survives. They're going to try to survive and stay within 1 goal here in the first half. You know, in college soccer, you have to count down from the 1 minute mark. You have to say 1 minute remaining, and then count down from 10 seconds to the bottom at the end of the half and at the end of regulation. It's interesting. Freeman will bring it in for Garces. No, check that. It's a Apache ball. They have the throw in. Singer with the throw in. That's it. At the half, Garces 1, Singer nothing. This is the CIF Central Section Division II Girls Soccer Championship right here on PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports. You're watching the CIF Central Section Division II Girls Soccer Championship from Garces High School. At the half, it is Garces 1, Sanger nothing. Erica Delgado scored the lone Garces goal. Madison Todd was in the vicinity, but Delgado gets credit for it. In fact, Garces had 5 shots at goal in the first half. In their last 11 games, Garces has outscored their opponents 44-4. 44-4 in the last 11 games, playing in that Southeast Assembly League, where they were 7-1-1 this year. Sanger was 5-4-1 in the County Metro League by Fresno. Garces 12-8-1 overall, and Sanger 14-8-1. Garces was 2-4 after their initial 6 games this year, playing primarily teams from the Southwest Assembly League. They will be in that league in the fall of 2014. So obviously they'll have to get used to playing them. And they play them in all sports. Talking about Bakersfield High, Frontier, Liberty, Stockdale, etc. They didn't play Independence, though, in soccer. Also taking place tonight, not far from here, Highland, the girls. They're in the same league as Garces, the SEYL. They are playing for the Division III championship and hosting that game. And the Golden Valley boys, the top seed in Division II, are at home. So we have 12 games going on right now. 6 divisions, 6 girls and 6 boys games here in the Central Section. I'm Mark Heffernan on PlayOnSports.com here in the second half. The Rams with a 1-0 lead over Sanger, and Garces moving left to right across your internet dial here. Garces in white, green numbers, Sanger in red and white. There's Todd, right to the keeper. Ariel Robles, the keeper for Sanger. So Todd had a goal taken away on offsides by Garces. But still was a very athletic play for her. Going to her left, dribbling, kicking it with the left foot. A little rise over the keeper, but it did not count. Despite the fact I got excited about it, no score. And 1-0 is a big difference from 2-0, especially in this sport. Sanger on the far side. Much more difficult coming back from a 2-0 deficit than a 1-0 deficit. Go Rams, it says on the scoreboard. And it's time to pick up the action here in the second half. Garces with a throw in. That's Swift. Kicked out far side. Sanger in red, looking to attack offensively. A header for Garces. Denise Gehrig, number 13 for Sanger. Looked like she was tripped up. Garces girls trying to form a wall. Hamilton, the keeper for Garces. There's a kick. It's high and right to her. To the right post. And Garces survives. Rams 1, Apaches nothing. Hamilton's kick. Kayla Aguila. The Sanger kicks it out. Garces, left to right here in this half. Nice kick out. Looked like number 24 had a chance. Tessa Frosch for Garces. She tried to split the defense. But Sanger got back very well on defense. There's Swift. And the ball goes out of bounds for the Apaches with a throw in. 1-0 here in the second half. The action should get a little more physical here in the second half, as the pressure mounts for both teams. And I see camera people from all 3 TV stations here in Bakersfield getting some of those shots. Recorded action for use later in their newscasts. Sanger, right corner with a throw in. Garces trying to form a wall on defense. Swift kicks it out. Little header for Swift. Another corner play for Sanger. Number 7 is Ashley Botello, one of the captains for the Apaches. Stephanie Weathers, their head coach, and Micah Peck, the head coach for Garces. There's the kick towards the goal. Headed out by Garces. They're keeping it going. Gibbs, number 2. Garces with a throw in. 1-0 Rams. Second half. So the defense came alive for the Rams on the last possession by Sanger. Fine play by Rodriguez of Sanger. Fine defensive play. A trip against Sanger. From behind against Pawan Zenda. Aaron Morales will be kicking for Garces. Kicking it right to left. And trying to get it by Robles, the keeper for the Apaches. 33-minute mark here in the second half. Garces 1 and Sanger 0. Heffernan, West, and Cashman in the house tonight. Shall I say in the press box, where it's warmer here than on top of the press box, or to the left or right of it. I'm not sure what the officials are discussing, but time is running out. There's a hook towards the goal. Kick in! Just kind of bounced underneath the crossbar. The keeper came out. Robles had a hand on it, but cannot secure the ball. And Garces kicked it in from about 25 yards away. So the Rams up 2-0. Ashley Botello for Sanger. As they boot it out. The Garces scores out about the 34-minute mark in the second half, and they lead 2-0. Frost 24. Should throw it in for the Rams. 21 enters the game for Garces. Paris Barnes. There's Todd. Cross court. Left-footed shot. Saved by Robles. Todd has a very strong left foot for the Rams. Nice play by Robles. Diving to her right to make that stop. Yeah, the ball goes over the head of Frosch. Sanger with the throw-in, down 2-0. Here in the second half from Sam Tobias Field at the CIF Central Section Division II Girls Soccer Championship. Garces looking very good right now. Frosch with a goal, 24. I didn't really see who scored that goal. I was just kind of watching different plays and kind of a play where I'm watching the goalkeeper on the play. The goalkeeper had a hand on it and came out with the ball, couldn't secure it, but a Garces player on the left side booted it in. So the keeper, I wouldn't say that she gambled Robles. She just couldn't secure the ball. Hamilton with the save for Garces. Kind of ahead of the pack. The ball kicked out of bounds by number 3, Morales for the Rams. Well, Delgado had Garces' first goal in the game. And Todd kicked in what apparently was a goal, but it was offsides against the Rams. That was late in the first half. So it was 1-0 at the half. And Garces scored minutes to go. Two sevens fight for the ball. Number 7 for Sanger, Ashley Botello. And number 7 for the Rams, Erica Delgado. Delgado had their first goal for Garces. So the Apaches with a kick. Number 15, Dana Johnson, DJ. They're down 2-0. Very nice stroke. And the catch by Hamilton of Garces. Play on Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information and links to great highlights. Follow us at Play on Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/Play On Network. Keep up with all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports, playonsports.com. 2-0 Rams. A little discussion on the far side. Throw in for Sanger. Couple of headers for Garces. Botello for Sanger, a very physical player, number 7, playing on the far side. Use her body very well, as does Denise Aguirre. Hernandez has been quiet in this game for the Apaches, number 6. She had game-winning goals in her 2 playoff wins against Tulare Western and Fresno Edison. Tulare Western was her last game, in which Sanger won 2-1, and they defeated Fresno Edison 3-2 in overtime, I believe. So she had both game winners as the ball kicked out of bounds off the right post. The score remains the same at 2-0. Garces trying to be 13-8-1 this year, and Sanger trying to be 15-8-1. Garces was 7-1-1 in the Southeast Yosemite League. Sanger 5-4-1 in the County Metro. Garces player falls down. No foul called. Looked like a trip against the Rams. I thought it was a nice slide. Thrown by Sanger. The team in red with white numbers. Garces with white uniforms and green numbers. Sanger trying to get something going. Garces is very stout on defense. And I mentioned at the half that Garces had outscored the last opponents 44-4 in goals, 44-4. So they've been hot of late. The third seed in Division II. 2-0 in favor of the Rams. And they'll make a substitution. Sophie Freeman, number 6, checks in for Garces. And she replaces number 20, Delaney Beck. Highland 1 and Liberty from Madeira, 0. So the Scotsmen, the Scot ladies, leading Liberty Madeira Ranchos 1-0 in that game. That's the Division III section final. Garces and Highland know each other very well. Highland beat Garces once and tied them in league, the Southeast Assembly League, and the schools are not very far apart. Golden Valley, the boys, the top seed in Division II, also playing tonight. They're taking on Monache from Porterville in the Division II championship. Swift with a kick out for Garces. There's Todd in the middle. It's taken away. Todd with a slide. But a foul will be against Megan Todd. Todd will exit and be replaced by Delaney Beck for Garces. Yellow card against Madison Todd. That was fairly obvious right in front of the ref. You have to be sneaky with those type of things. My son loves doing slides in soccer. So the kick out by Vanna Johnson of Sanger. Robles, the keeper, like a shortstop, goes down for the ball for Sanger. And she will kick it out. Now she's going to roll it. 2-0 Rams with 23 minutes left in the game in regulation. Garces attacking more than the Apaches tonight. Close to the goal. It's kicked in. What is her number? I'm waiting for her. Garces with another goal. Maybe it's offsides against the Rams. They haven't put it on the board. That was kicked in by number 20 for the Rams, Delaney Beck. But I believe there was probably offsides against the Rams. She had a perfect shot at goal, right in the middle. Amber Rodriguez, number 3, one of the captains for Sanger with the ball momentarily. It is kicked out of bounds by Frosch for Garces. Dominic Frosch on the football team runs about a 4.40. We talk about speed to burn. Delgado kicks it out, number 7 for Garces. She had the first goal. The score at 2-0. Garces should have the throw in as they're looking for the ball on the far side. Todd back in for the Rams, replacing Paris Barnes, number 21. Madison Todd, number 10. Who left because of a yellow card and back in. She had a slide from behind. What is Singer going to do down by 2 goals? They've had a lot of difficulty getting good shots at goal against this Garces defense, which has been tough for some time. 46-4 in favor of Garces in their last 12 games. They've scored 46 goals. They've allowed only 4 during that time frame. So they've been a team on a roll for quite a while. It's about getting hot at the right time in the playoffs, winning championships. They've gelled. Really gelled in January and February in the new year. If I'm Sanger, I would want to pick up the pace a little bit. I'm down by 2 goals. 19 minutes of playing the game. Very difficult to score 2 goals quickly. You need that one, take it from there. Because in this sport, the clock doesn't stop. You don't have timeouts to go over strategy. It just keeps on rolling. Sanger with a kick on the far right. Garces trying to put up a stone wall in front of keeper Kate Hamilton. Let's see how it goes. Nice one. Hamilton in perfect position and rolls it out to Todd on the right sidelines. Madison Todd with a long ponytail towards the middle. Garces got away with a push. That was Delgado. Well, she did for a while, I guess. Morales, number 3, with a kick for Garces. Looking back at head coach Micah Peck. And some of the assistants like Kenny Johnson, Justin Finch, Sarah Reed, Tara Cochran. Morales will try the hook. Nice kick. Headed out momentarily. Still alive for Garces. Todd. Kicked in. That's your score. For the Garces Rams, a goal. That's number 24 for Garces. Tessa Frosch. Number 2-4 for the Rams. Todd and company kept it alive. And Tessa drilled it in for the Rams. They're up 3-0. That is an official goal. 2 of their goals were taken away because of offsides. So Garces is dominating this game. Todd, great with the left foot. Tries to kick it ahead of Frosch. And too far. And keeper Robles for Sanger retrieves it. The Garces boys were winning in basketball tonight at the Ram Gym. A quarterfinal game in Central Section Division 2. As I think they were taking on Redwood from Visalia. So Garces in excellent shape here. 16 plus to play in the game, up by 3 goals. And dominating here in the second half. Paris Barnes, 21 back in. And she replaces number 20 for Garces, Delaney Beck. Headed by Amber Rodriguez of Sanger. Mercado, number 10. And Garces kicks it out of bounds. 3-0 Rams. of the Division II CIF Central Section Girls Soccer Final from Sam Tobias Field here in Bakersfield. The Sanger Apaches in red from an area close to Fresno, the north part of the San Joaquin Valley. Garces here in the southern section. The southern part of the valley, that is. The Rams looking very good here, up by 3-0. Very difficult to overcome a 3-goal deficit here late in the game. The Garces defense has been superb tonight, as they've really helped out Hamilton throughout. The defenders and sweepers have backed up very well. They have not allowed the Sanger to get many good shots at goal throughout. On offense, they've attacked a lot more. Rodriguez for Sanger kind of took a fall after she attempted that kick, but she's okay. She gets up. 3-0 Rams over the Apaches. Sanger has to get something going very quickly. But it's been tough sledding against Garces. Botello, captain number 7. Remember a couple plays in the first half, we had 7 against 7. Number 7 against number 7. So Sanger having trouble putting together plays that would put them in position to score goals. Garces has strung out plays very well, and they have been in the right place at the right time throughout tonight. They have cut off angles and have been in the proper places on defense, and have not been beaten one-on-one. Nice block by the Rams. Frost to Todd, wide of the goal. Kicks it, little spin on it, picked up by Robles with a save off the right post. So Frost looking for an assist there to Todd. Garces keeps attacking here at 13:04 to play in the game, and up 3-0. The throw-in goes to the Rams. And checking in for Garces will be number 20, Delaney Beck. And she replaces number 21, Paris Barnes. So Beck in for Barnes. Sanger back on D, but we have to get something cooking on offense. Merkava, number 10, at midfield, looking to her right. The ball thrust into the air. Sanger must think that Garces has about 16 players because they can't get any space on offense. They've been unable to spread Garces out on D. Garces with a throw-in, up 3-0. Header for Sanger, header for Garces, back to back. Well, kicked out Frosch, open goal, wide right. Frosch just missed her chance at a second goal in the second half. Just kicked it wide right of the post. And Robles, the keeper for Sanger, shaken up. She definitely came out of the box, but she is tough, and she is going to continue. $11 minutes to play. Garces 3, Sanger nothing. You're watching the CIF Central Section Division II Girls Soccer Championship right here on playonsports.com, your destination for high school sports. I'm Mark Heffernan, here from Sam Tobias Field in Northeast Bakersfield. Todd held the pack, kicks it in. Madison Todd waiting for that roll. The keeper came out. Todd just had enough on it to roll past the keeper, Robles. Garces 4 and Sanger nothing. So Madison Todd gets on the board for Garces. She's been around the ball quite a bit tonight. Number 5 checks in for the Rams, Allie Chapness. Number 5 for Garces. So Madison Todd, number 10, scores for the Rams. Kicked out by Frosch. Sanger. Now Garces looking for the shutout. They really dominated their opponents over the past 12 games. And they are dominating tonight. Nine minutes plus to play in the game. Garces 4, Sanger nothing. The Rams with the throw-in. Header by Sanger. Garces for most of the game has been in Sanger territory. Another kick from 25 yards away. Saved by Robles. That attempt by the Rams by number 18, Claire Anspaugh. Todd again, setting up, double team, kicks it away, headed for Frosch, right side. Frosch hesitates towards the goal, and stopped by Robles. Nice defense by Sanger. That's a very tough angle. So Robles, the keeper for Sanger, she's been injured, she's limping around, but she hasn't quit. She hasn't given up. She said, I'm going to play this one all the way through. 8 minutes left. Throwing Sanger. Number 17, Brenda Bertato for the Apaches. They would love to get on that scoreboard. Courtney Wild, number 21 for Stephanie Weathers' team. Here comes Todd again, right sidelines. And the ball knocked away from her. Garces controlling the ball, and it's kicked out of bounds. So it goes to Sanger. Garces 4, Sanger nothing. Botello brings it in for Sanger, one of the captains. Amber Rodriguez, Sydney Hernandez, and Ashley Botello are the captains for the Apaches. Throwing Garces. Here comes Frosch. Kicked out of bounds by Sanger. Alex Chapman has had a chance for Garces, number 5, but she was double teamed in deep. And the Rams will bring it in. The Rams don't have to score any more goals. They're up 4-0. It's a question of using the clock and playing some defense. Corner kick right side for Garces. The header is out. Looked like Swift tried the header for Garces. Normally a defender. Now she's getting back on defense. So number 2 for the Rams had a chance at a goal there on the header. But Singer had great position on defense. .5:35 on the clock. Garces 4, Singer nothing. Here in the second half. Garces led 1-0 at the half. We had the first goal for Garces scored by Erica Delgado, number 7. The third goal was scored by Tessa Frosch, number 24. And the last goal by Madison Todd, number 10. Didn't quite get who scored the second goal for Garces. Todd has 1 goal, but she's been around the ball so much in the game for the Rams. A lot of times she will command a double team. And she had probably the most exciting kick of the night. It was a goal that didn't count because there was offsides against Garces. Coming from left side with a dribble. Kicked it with the left foot, hard. It rose over the head of Robles in the first half. That goal didn't count, but that was probably the best play I've seen this evening. The best kick from an athletic standpoint. At 4:25 to play, Garces up 4-0. Chapman is out and Beck in for the Rams. So the clock running in Garces' favor. Also, Paris Barnes in for the Rams, number 21. Throw on Garces. Singer in red. There's Frosch. Lets it slide out of bounds. With a throw on to Garces. Doing honors Aaron Morales, number 3. To Todd. Todd bounced from behind by number 14, Victoria Ontiveros for Singer. It will be a free kick for Garces. Morales trying it. Line drive hook to Todd in the middle. Kicks it back out. Over the head of Frosch. And out of bounds. So the Garces Rams on the verge of another section championship in the sport. Remember to beat Singer in football on November 30th for the Division II football championship. And now on the verge of knocking off the Apaches in girls soccer for the Division II title. So Garces becoming a thorn in the side of Singer. They eliminated Singer last year in the girls soccer playoffs. These schools didn't play each other for years in sports, and now they're making it very common. They're both in Division II. Singer was in the Yosemite Division for years, and Garces in the Sequoia Division, and now they find themselves in the exact same division for state playoffs in many sports, and they're meeting more frequently. But Singer is saying, hey, we want to win one of these. My thinking was that Singer played in a more competitive league, but Garces played stronger teams in non-league. I think it's the case of Garces just getting stronger this year as the year has progressed. They were 2-4 to start, played some very strong teams, and then they got it rolling. And you look at their stats over the past 12 games, including this, and they've outscored opponents 47-4. 47-4 in their past 12 games. So no matter who you're playing, that is domination. And that's why Garces will be the champions of Division II. Saved off left post. As Singer tries to get on the board. Garces continue to play very aggressive defense. Out of the ball on the left sidelines. Todd. Kicking to the head. Little slide by number 12 for Singer. Hawan Zenda. She kicks it out of bounds. So it's a matter of time before the Garces Rams are crowned the Division II Central Section champions. You've been watching this matchup right here on PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports. Mark Heffernan with Brandon West and Chris Cashman. Chris, our producer tonight. From the main office in San Diego, California, America's finest city. And Brandon, like me, from Bakersfield, California. Little kick by Todd. The clock winding down in favor of Garces, and the clock not a friend for Sanger. 1-0 at the half, and Garces now up 4-0 in the latter stages of this game. Garces from the Southeast Assembly League, and Sanger from the County Metro League. Garces will be 13-8-1. Sanger will drop to 14-9-1. 13 wins, 8 losses, 1 tie for Garces. And for Sanger, 14 victories, 9 losses, and 1 tie. And Garces, a very hot team in the last 2 months of the season. 47-4 in favor of Garces in goals scored over the past 12 games. That is amazing. They've only allowed 4 goals in 12 games. The offense is incredible. The defense is even better. Very much like the football team. The football team had a great offense, but the key to them winning the championship this year was to play their defense, a stout defense. Good enough to get the job done when they needed it, especially in the second half. And this game, Garces got stronger as the game went on. They played well in the first half. They were even better in the second half. So Frosch will throw it in for Garces. Left-footed kick on the far side. Saved by Robles, the keeper for Sanger. Give credit to Kate Hamilton, the goalkeeper for Garces. Didn't have to save as many shots as Robles and got more help from her defenders. That's always the secret to a keeper's success, is having the people back up the play of your defenders and sweepers in front of you. You can't do it all alone as a keeper. Sometimes you can make those great saves, the diving saves, falling to your left and right and leaping up. But generally, you have to have that support around you. That does it. From South Tobias Fields, well, the Council of Garces High School, final score here, Garces 4, Sanger nothing for the CIF Central Section Division II Soccer Championship. So the Garces Rams won another championship over Sanger. They did it in football on November 30th, and they'll do it in girls soccer tonight right here, February 22nd, 2013, as they defeat Sanger 4-0. 1-0 at the half, and 4-0 the final count in favor of Garces. Erica Delgado, Madison Todd, Tessa Frosch, and one more Garces player scored for the Rams tonight as they complete the season outscoring their opponents in the final 12 games 47-4. 47 goals, only 4 allowed in their last 12 games. That is amazing and very incredible, as they are the team, the Garces Rams, that are the champions. But give credit to Sanger, the school outside of Fresno, for playing hard and getting to this final. They just didn't have enough to contend with the overall play and the athleticism of the Garces Rams tonight, a team that couldn't be stopped and who was on a roll over the past month and a half or 2 months of the season. So Garces wins it 4-0 over Sanger, and Garces is the Division II girls soccer CIF Central Section champs. And maybe another team from their league, the Southeast Assembly League, Highland, will win the Division III title. So the teams exchanging pleasantries at midfield. Garces wins another championship right here on this football field, Sam Tobias Field, which I would say was in very good shape for tonight's soccer game. Garces and SEYL will move to a different league in the fall of 2014. But they win another Central Section title. The boys basketball team was won by 12 points in a Division II quarterfinal matchup tonight. And we had a lot of games going on throughout the Central Section this evening. In fact, 12 games, all begin at the same time in girls and boys play. In soccer Division I, we had number 8 Clovis West at number 2 Central of Fresno. In girls soccer Division I, we had number 4 Stockdale at number 3 Buchanan Clovis. In boys Division II, number 2 Menatchee Porterville at number 1 Golden Valley here in Bakersfield. We had number 2 Roosevelt from Fresno at number 1 Selma. Selma having a great year at 29-1 coming in. In girls soccer Division III, we had number 2 Liberty Madera Rancho at number 1 Highland. Highland was leading that game 1-0. In boys Division IV soccer, we had number 3 Chowchilla at number 1 Delano. And in girls soccer Division IV, we had number 2 Mission Oak of Tulare at number 1 Carruthers. So a victory for head coach Micah Peck of Garces and her assistants, Kenny Johnson, Justin Finch, Sarah Reed, and Tara Cochran. And a good performance by Stephanie Weathers, the head coach for Sanger, as they lose to Garces 4-0. And I'm sure these schools will be playing each other in other sports in the ensuing years. So Garces is the champion, and Sanger the runner-up, and the girls CIF Central Section Division II Soccer Championship game from San Tobias Field right here at Garces High School in Northeast Bakersfield. And we have some fans running onto the field. Garces hold that CIF plaque. A very successful season for both. Garces finishes up with a record of 13 victories, 8 losses, 1 tie, and Sanger at 14-9-1. Sanger was 5-4-1 in the County Metro League, and Garces was 7-1-1 in the Southeast Assembly League. That will do it from Garces High School. The final score again, Garces 4, Sanger 0. I'm Mark Heffern, along with Brandon West, my videographer, and Chris Cashman, my producer, saying good night from Garces High School on PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports. Thank you.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.